Hello Fortnite family and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. It's now week 3 of chapter 2, season 5 of Fortnite Battle Royale, and this week we have a little update to run you through. If you don't know, this is the series which looks at the map changes and secrets on the island and then applies them to the story of Fortnite to predict the future. So sit your butt down for 10 minutes, slap code ADAMARU in the store to support this 3-year-old project, and let's dive into week 3. The first thing I noticed after the update is that there is a new NPC to be found. There are now 41 of these to find. How many have you got so far? The new NPC is the Snowmando, so you can guess where you find this guy. He's near Catty Corner, up by the snow cone truck on the snowy mountains. By talking to him, it's possible to obtain a returning weapon we get every December, the Snowball Rocket Launcher, now named the Big Chill Exotic. I couldn't afford to buy it to showcase it right now, but rest assured it operates just like it did back when we first saw this in December 2017. Yep, that's 3 years ago. Feeling old yet? Also, whilst we're up here, do these green areas in the snow mean anything? I'm so confused by them. Was something here previously that made these marks? Or is something incoming? I'll be sure to keep an eye on them and let you know. In fact, there is one more thing up in the snow that we should take a look at. Many of you got in touch and told me about this last week. Over in the weather station is a brand new item, and it's like no other before it. An indestructible book. Turns out, a chap named Cypher PK asked for this book as a sign that the developers were listening to the community. And I guess they sure are. Cypher has a series which helps people improve at the game, and this represents his playbook. My challenge to you this week is to get your butt to that book and see if you can make it stand on its edge. There is literally no reason to do this, but I'll be sure to retweet whoever does it first. Before we move on to the Christmas side of the update, I first wanted to make sure the Mandalorian was okay and if the Razor Crest had been fixed up yet. It hadn't, but I also noticed one of the greatest little details of the season. It's possible to track Mando's footprints here. How cool is that? It leads to his original campsite. But holy Grogu, the campsite has vanished. And so has Mando. I looked around and found this is the way to him. If you got that joke, well done. His new campsite is west of the Colosseum and he now walks much further away from his spawn zone. I got lucky here. He had a stormtrooper aim. Also, I think we should highlight this. He's cooking a meal by fire. Good to see that someone is cooking the fish rather than just straight up eating them raw. Now let's talk about Crimbo. We're about to reach the time of the year where Epic do all their cool stuff. Remember last year there was an ice block factory which appeared by the docks. I checked this week, it's not there yet, but they put so much effort into that last year that I do think it will return. Other things that have returned are the usual decorations around the POIs. Some houses get in the Christmas vibe a few weeks earlier than their neighbours. And then as we get closer to Christmas and the 25th, more houses take part. My current fave is in Retail Row. Looking good. Retail is also the place the Christmas trees are found and are being sold to the other POIs. And if you kept an eye out last week, you'll have noticed that the tree nursery by the dam has had its trees all cut down. The yearly cycle continues. We expect flatbed trucks to transport the Crimbo trees over the island over the next week. As I'm writing this, there's only 9 days till Christmas. I haven't bought one Christmas present yet. The keen-eyed amongst you will also note that the reboot vans have moved in many places. Not all of them, but in Lazy and Slurpy, those vans have moved to make space for the Christmas trees. Going back to retail for a moment, I think a mistake may have been made this update. Last week, the Christmas store appeared as usual. We tend to see this build up over the weeks in December, but this time, it's just gone again. I don't think this is on purpose, so once again expect this to reappear very soon, and hopefully it will bring back the Misfit Bear inside. For the last 2 Christmases we've had a Misfit Bear update which led to a new storyline. Let's hope that continues. And let's do the thing now. HUD Watch update. Nothing? Unless I'm not seeing something, I don't think there's an update to HUD Watch. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Going over to Ferris Bueller's house, which has the fake John Wick inside, this gaff has been updated to advertise the new season of Rocket League. The layout is almost identical to the last time around it was here, but with a number 2 instead. big brain ad campaign there, GG's. The coolest thing in the house is the return of the Rocket League car. It's back to cruise around the streets, and like usual, I can't drive it. Never get in a car with me, in-game or IRL. So, over the past 2 weeks, you guys have all been flexing on me with the sheer amount of Easter eggs you've seen pop up through those ground elevators with the IO troops on board. You've seen the rock dog, you've seen the bromance, you've seen Midas's chair, some of you have seen the Easter Island head. Well, I haven't seen any of these at all, and I've seen about 300 of these elevators lift up. But today I got one, and it's a new Easter egg. Whilst passing through Pleasant, the IO elevator sprang up, and Christmas-themed goodies were inside. Another absolutely fantastic touch, Fortnite devs. And just in case a Fortnite dev is listening right now, how about putting my pink guitar in one of these elevators and allowing people to interact with it and wear it for the rest of the game? What do you think, devs? If I have to beg, I will. Upon my travels, I looked more in depth at the POIs of the new NPCs, and this island north of the map, all by itself, that caught my eye. It's the same one that has the telescopes in bushes. It's someplace not to be trusted. The NPC there is a little fixated on explosives. They are everywhere here, but the main nuke on show looks to be something completely new, a new asset in Fortnite. We've seen a few before, don't get me wrong, mainly the glider for TNTina, but I feel this item and others around the map are here for the main story arc, and we're missing a way to tie these together. But saying that, I picked up some maple syrup in a game today. This theory needs some more work. But I do have a theory which I think I can throw your way now. As we know, the IO troops are under the ground until the moment they jump out. Could this new mechanic link into those bunkers we've been looking at for years? The hatches in the ground hidden at 3 areas on the island. If you think about it, if they can come up, then why can't we go down? If you want to have a look at the hatches, they are found under a bush near Retail Row. There's one at the island we were just on, underneath a hut. And the final one, which I really do think is the real one, is under the sea on the left of the island. It could be something, could be nothing. But for those of us who like narrative, this is something to think on. Now over to Stealthy Stronghold. Last time we met, I suggested this was a Jurassic Park reference, and I still believe that to be true, but since then, other Easter eggs have been found. The current theory, which I agree with, is that there is potential for a Predator crossover. This is because there is a small town in this POI which almost completely resembles that in the movie Predator. There's a vehicle set up in the same way Arnie uses it in the movie, and the final mind-blowing moment was the helicopter hidden in the trees just like in the movie. It all adds up to a 1980s movie crossover that you may not care about, but I guarantee it will impress your dad. But only if he's cool and if he hasn't gone to get milk 3 years ago. Sorry to bring that up. To compound all this, there is also a Predator emblem on the doors, again from the movie too. This is almost too perfect to be wrong. Jonesy really wants the best hunters in all realities, and the Predator may be coming. Okay, so next time we meet, your lobby screen will have changed to be something more Christmassy, and the event will officially begin, giving us the opportunity to earn new items over the Christmas period. Thanks for your time, I hope this was useful, and thank you so much to the people who continue to use my code in the store. I truly appreciate you. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.